Abedulia. What will you say to
now
that?
from the what point na Orca from a point say well who say kremoni ba be disua kremusum be ye kese amanya mesoma kofom ama kremusum kunkum Christopher nyina de a ene de Orca no meneni gitum wo kremoni be president a sika nyina kon kremofo wona egunsa nyire be kuom nyina Christopher be kuom na ma
Anti-illegal mining operations secretariat NIMOS has accused some chiefs and politicians of persistently interfering in the fight against illegal mining, describing the interference as one of the biggest challenges in the task force. Deputy Director of Operations at NIMOS, Lieutenant Colonel Joshua Satikla, raised the concern during a stakeholder meeting with 14 metropolitan and Western region. Franco, NIMOS say omo adwuma na eden. Ya ka NIMOS omo ko Galamsey no. Wa mo chese say adwuma na eden. Ene ebisa NIMOS say how? Eden mo adwuma eden. Budget allocation sabon saka mo budget ana. Anu omo chemu say nananom ehemfo. Politicians binum and afei well-to-do respected people in societies near the binom am omo adwuma no ayeden e de ama wo mo na ochem se e ka bi and man ne omo babonte omo complaining. Every institution has challenges and we are no exception. One of our key challenges is interference from influential people. We encounter this from politicians, chiefs and other stakeholders in areas where we operate. And it is a big problem that must be addressed. Lieutenant Colonel Satikla and this answer we have to Franco.
Somehow disappointed. Somehow disappointed. By the kind of communication they are giving at this particular moment.
Why are you disappointed?
Somehow disappointed.
They are raising issues.
Maybe the whole phone we have funny phone. When internet tomorrow boss idea we deal ruthlessly with recalcitrant illegal miners. Lands Minister charges NIMOS task force over 27th of September. Yes. I want to offer or say any recalcitrant entry into these zones is not a merely a trespasser. They are an enemy to the state. One, and it's uncle for now NIMOS, the big men in government, politics for no, and him for no more NIMOS for no to even pad or meddle in their work. No, these are enemies to the state. I didn't say it. Or say uncle for now or more making sure that Galamsey this is the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. Of an answer is in quotation marks. Means an answer no can yatre. Was say, Sanko for no, sometimes because they see them to be terrorists. Sanko for they are an enemy to the state. What do we do to enemies? Enemy don't pay the progress of the land. Enemy don't pay the progress of the state. We go after them. We arrest them, we prosecute them, we put them behind bars. So what is happening? Over was say, and over to you, was say, you are to be firm. So I want to ask them, are they being firm? Now the politicians will come out, and him for the big men will come. But you are taking an instruction from the lands minister. The lands and natural resources minister give you a roadmap. He told them to be fair. And then I'll come you also do before close. Yes, so that for no. And to Kona say order and instructions are and what's away. Now we have video be Nigeria. Minim minister crop, Nania Brony soldier need your soldier need say I'm carrying an order. Also, you can call the chief of defense staff. No, I care less about it because I'm carrying an order. Now, I must say you have to be firm and make sure somebody me kind. Or say you have to be resolute. You have to be ruthless. This is the minister talking. This is the minister giving them conditions and terms to work on it. Over. Or say a hand name decorano. And what tell us now? Obstructionist offer and a bum. And please take it from me. This is the minister talking. Take it from me. You will take no obstructionist instructions from any big man. Yeah. So who dared that big man? Who dared that big man to peddle or meddle himself in NIMOS activities? Minister no say. Was he even the president? No, if it is true. Now the minister talked on the 27th of September. Now about 2:26, 41 microsecond PM. You know, for Kasa, I was saying, this is the directive coming from the government of Ghana. So why should you come and say, and your work has been too difficult, say, I'm paying for any big men be they are coming into the matter. Ghana Minister Hekasano, the president of the Republic of Ghana was there, the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces was there, and the minister was explicit, straight on. He went straight to the bullet and said, say, Opiani who obeyed my catch or say, Munya Sasemeka. So I want to ask, who are the big men? Now must follow so many abrea. They should name these big men. And I find me
okay.
Because Minister Nasma Okan is coming from the government of Ghana. Why is the government of Ghana giving an instruction, then a big man somewhere is giving a counter instruction? These are going to be the kind of problem that we go through. But if you have that commitment and zeal, that power and energy to fight against illegal mining, we should be ready for anything.
Okay.
A good baby, a man for saying declare state of emergency. And now I catch us if you look at the water stability level. A good baby, Konyako water plant is closing it down. Who are the big men? Hey, politicians, no, they know those who are doing the illegal mining. They know them. Politicians, no, they know the big men, they know the sponsors, they know the investors, they know them. But it's too difficult for them because you know why? Of a Ghana, you see over 4 million. And illegal mining. The government of Ghana is thinking about winning power in 2029. 2028. So na tension now so. Yenya brace or maya. And can you say 9 months no crab bab to make us with it? By this time, 9 months now rest sanko phone. They have to take them to a court of competent jurisdiction and prosecute them. There should be a deterrent to other people. Say ya babre kubno. Kwame Tanko ya big man. What two cabbage now said there be where the Moko Mahadi and a Sadia and a young Tiase. Then you have to make sure appropriate quarters near Sumamono. You relay that information to them and go after them.
Namos as a Mokai. Nitintini tell Tremunino. And it's for the helm.
Yes, that is it.
Now in cycles no more because MPP were on.
Yes.
Operation Galamsey stop.
Committee
for the helm.
MPP for now.
Exactly.
MPP for now.
You buy now, but
yes,
who so Janina?
Yes, yes.
Who didn't quite far to the
yeah.
So what is about you mean kind of who didn't quite buy no.
Thank you. The national organizer was even able to tell the president.
Not say
yes.
Overstop it.
Who dare you? Who dare you to even interfere?
And nine was Brenner or more Brenning in Ano. And yo biao they can dare they can blush them away,
yes.
Whoever, whatever.
Yes.
But their main challenge is with the NDC.
Thank you. A typical example now we video no ha.
It's with the NDC.
Yes. 9 months and the military they are trained to kill. But this youth, because they under that political influence, can go after them, beat them up, pull out them from the police station.
When the MPP was in power, the cohorts and now Galamsey.
Yes.
I mean, NDC we're praying that their government will come to power.
And they will do it. They will do it. Yes.
And now they are not giving chance.
Dabi.
And
what I say?
And they say NDC party.
Yes.
Galamsey no.
And only some no.
Now fe no yen kwanya e betimi dia fa.
And one of us
because MPP no MPP politician. And na betimi sorry. Knowing very well so no need political power.
We need that capacity.
At this moment.
Sure.
Except you are daft.
Right.
Except you are dumb.
And
now we can say, hey, David, I'm telling you, reality.
Yes.
And it's they are the ones doing Galamsey now.
Thank you.
That is the reality.
That is the reality.
And the 9 months, the problem with E3.
Yes.
And if President John Dramani Mahama is serious in fighting against Galamsey illegal mining,
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Thank
you.
Other than that,
yes, you bought them the free.
Oh, yes, you bought
them the government should go after its own people. People what the word is illegal mining, not legal mining. Illegal mining. And if you look at how Ghanaians are suffering, and so I say, and none would be you. A man for look at your kowon kra na video bakuya muinwa akra ya woni 9 bakuni ho just because of illegal mining. The politicians, they know who are doing the illegal mining. They know them. They are their friends, they are their chronics, their family members. They know them. They should go after them.
Minority slams government over tariff hikes and demand immediate withdrawal. Okay. So going into 2026. January yatu nsuo ne nkane abuom na o de compare aban adwuafo akatua yatomo a match edi ama sesi America say aban minority no e de ato aban anim se ebeya sa increment no womun suspend na omunyim famfiri wono mo na entisa ebetimi di ohaw kakra abba. Minority insists the government must prioritize fixing systematic inefficiencies rather than passing the cost on to consumers. So me say abai ba ye won kania ni nsuo bo ho eyetum they are always passing on the cost to consumers instead of inefficiencies are abai no akase ewo energy or electricity and answer nsuo sector water sector on mono instead of fixing those inefficiencies no abai is not fixing but rather passing on the cost to consumers nti abai onye sade no bibi
over wa utem na no pa bia take sentiments and emotions out. Let's think, reason as ordinary Ghanaians. Let's deal with the substantive matter. And whereby we should put political colors away. Me say, if the NPP is in power, and someone back when they are in opposition, they think about the interest and the welfare of the ordinary Ghanaian and always understand the cry of the ordinary Ghanaian. If the NDC is in power and they are in opposition, the kind of things that they also tell us, but if they come to power, they do a direct opposite of what they say. And if you look at these two political parties as it here, so this particular one, I'm not surprised. So I'm seeing the new patriotic party minority coming out to register their displeasure to the current government, saying the government and if you look at the kind of pains Ghanaians are going through, why do you have to hit them with this kind of ice or say increment? Over Now, if you listen to the issue too critically, I'll say, if they are in opposition, it's different. If they come to power, it's different. Over here, let me take you back. In 2010, in the ECG PURC, I catch a PURC say, every 1 year they want to increase tariffs by 9.7%. 9.7%. Because so much as they have to meet demands of people and they have to pay. Say, anytime there's tariffs increment, one common language from them, and they say they want to give you efficient power supply. Me, free 1992, I'm starting to follow politics here by offer. All the time, one common language, increment, tariffs, over. In 2010, take this. Ghana Nibia would say, put your political colors away. Where? You started to tariffs and you know. Offer in 20, I'm just even narrate to 2010. 2010, on the 31st of May 2010, light bill, light, you are to by 89% of a tea. 89%. In so you are to by 36%. Now in 2011, yeah, now so you have no today. There's still one common thing: efficient power supply. Omo make sure say bet me out, you bet me high. We be not light now, what me at all. Offer in 2010, you are to move by 10%.
In 20, no, check the date again.
In 2011, 10%. In 2013, you are to move by 58.9%. 2013, 58.9%. In 2014, offer, you are to move by 28.35%. Now, I don't know, in January, 9.73%. In April, 12.09%. October, 6.53%. In 2015, in April, you are to move by 31.73%. In December, you are to move by 59.2%. What can you mean new bomber offer in 2015 alone? You are to electricity tariffs by 90.3%. Offer to 90.3%. Now in 2017-2018, Akufo-Addo takes over. Now in 2018, the name reduction, Akufo-Addo reduce it. Offer Uko PM Ewa, Sahara residential areas now, household now, you are to by 17.5%. Mines, you are to by 10%. Special load, you are to by 25%. You are to so. Now, if you look at 2019, there was an increment of 17.64%. Now, if you look at 2020, early 2021, you said Yantum. Now, if you look at 2023, 29.96%, water 8.3%. In 2024, 3.02% for ECG, then 1.86% for water. Offer, when the NPP was in power, go and listen to NDC kind of communication. Go and listen to the campaign message. I'm saying, His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo is too insensitive. On Ghana for Oba, they are going to make sure that they are going to reduce tariffs. They are going to make sure that ordinary Ghanaian who bet in Yaton, and you are not going to feel it. Of Amno say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama be president from the month of January ever since the month of December. You are too light tariffs by 18.4%.
This year alone.
This year 18.4%. Sami Janfi in 2024 June was so mobile they are going to reduce tariffs. Was say Akufo-Addo too insensitive say what the VAT at electricity so I want to ask them, why have they not abolished that VAT on electricity? And tell them no say almost on Babatum by 9.8 and 15.9. And you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. Over tariffs and Omarian. All this salary increment nabano. I am robbing Peter to pay Paul. Maybe what's in my country, Anissa? And to my country, Mami. So you are giving me 9% increment on my salary. Agree. And I Ghana, your boy and some president, resetting Ghana, making Ghana as a Ghana, bet me out. So you have increased our salary by 9%. Offer. Or the more you know. And no, the water called 15.9. Offer 15.9. You know, this is what called 9.8. Now, for what take the film one, Ghana needed the cash 16.7%. 16.7%. I want to ask. And some no more catch it. I'm catching some make sure that Ghana you won't bet me at and they are going to reduce tariffs and what has changed. That they come and say, if the reality has not hit you, you can do all the propaganda. Let me borrow the words of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Or say if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Okay? Now if you are in opposition, would make a cut your person who can be. But if you come to power, the reality will hit you. Now Ghanaians are crying. Offer always I ask, and this is consumer protection for Omo. Consumer Omo. Do they always think about us? Secondly, I have a problem of people that goes to the PURC for a run discussing issues. Always I have issues with it. The brain all the time. Are always in bed with government. The brain what to say? He said the tariffs in need, but PRA issue for judge them said there be. So tariffs where there be. Hey, you be come Ghana for you no more nyagin. Omo come about the technical reasons as to why Ghanaians should pay tariffs.
Right. And
then the Akika kono Ghana just conscientize your mind. First, me now me talk 300 Ghana cedis bosomi electricity. Often me talk close to 650 Ghana cedis. And
you share in the minority's view, sir.
Yes, but the government is not going to rescind his decision. The government is not going to do it. And no more catch say energy sector on a cabin the whole. Ye tofu will be met to 1 Ghana cedi. I want to ask them, how many money have you generated? Then yet me a crew. Can they do send yet here? Send yet no. How many years are you using it to pay? I'm asking questions about it. Because also to 1 liter beer and offer 1 Ghana cedi. I want to ask them. And it's a near brace or Maya. Why do we always pay a lot of money for life? Mr. Yeah. Over 10 countries in Africa or light board they pay Ghana account.
Okay.
Of a Ghana, go and check how people are paying taxes, especially electricity in this annual. And it tells you that Ghanaians are going through problems. Now businessmen are crying. Or mom the light here, they are crying, they'll pass it to the consumer. And offer our whole light in it here. Say the cap connect here. And once on betumwa, and 2 years again, and you just conscientize your mind. Because first, Ebian cut off fish at that 320 Ghana. Because the tariffs born a question. Yes, they are going to pass it to the consumer.
Okay.
And no bit me, tis offer, what just can say the open so. Obi bell 1 year, and so forth in the tap muda, but the person is still paying.
Mate.
And offer our hope. The figures are not encouraging.
Mate. The regional leadership of the NDC has acknowledged mounting pressure to secure jobs for grassroots today. Chamakwesi essay. The rate at which NDC supporters no part of Pejuano Franco, regional chairman for the NDC, Ashanti region. It say na akwasi asemo a waka nyina ne se ura Andrews akwasi asemo a waka nyina ne se Augustus Nana akwasi Andrews na so nyina ne se osre omo anya CEO ne dia position di breno so omo ntwa omo ani be retire because the rate at which our party faithfuls per juma yono so omo antibi anya bibia any asembesi
of that me catch you say if you look at the 2024 elections a year kwa the NDC was too strategic for the first time a year kwa elections among say now we are having a youth manifesto obasan so akra ho omo call launch the youth manifesto and at that particular moment if you listen to some no more car they say they are going to create jobs for the ordinary Ghanaian. Now Marika just say 65% of the voters register comprises of the youth, meaning the majority of the youth they are not working. Majority of the youth. Now if you look at the campaign message by the NDC, they are going to reset Ghana, reset agenda, and they are going to create a lot of jobs for the ordinary Ghanaian, especially for the youth. And then me catch you. So if you look at Ghana, unemployment rate near 14.7.
Mamen ko ma so na many ora Augustus Nana Kwesi Andrews. Affectionately Nana Kwesi chairman Nana Kwesi na do na friend no. The Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NDC in Komokaka. Chairman, good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Chairman, Yamiadum Tinamento and Kaba Tenere. My father, sir.
I know it's a power in
Chairman,
I know it's a parliament in
oh, sir. Okay, but what do you mean, okay. Say bit me outside any
2024 elections. A lot of people were going through problems, especially the youth. And if you listen to the campaign message, and our political parties in the bar, me always I tell you, so I have a problem with the kind of job creation by these two political parties. Unemployment rate, if you look at the job creation, you're creating where the figure beba, oh, there's a lot of inconsistencies about it. That may catch us in 2011. Okuja Twabla was the deputy information minister. Osuma be over 1.6 million. And watching almost already the men about parliament. Minister for Labor and Employment says, most marketing number over 1.6 was a way. Or say government is unaware. On a can now, if you listen to the MPP, Dr. Mahmoud Bamiasuma be 2.6 million. Ignatius Bow forward data so far in some 5.3 million. So if you look at the inconsistencies and the gap, always people have issues with it. Now both political parties may come major ones, Alan Moore, they even said it. Say, they are going to create jobs for the youth. Madika Kacho said, if you look at percentages in the voters register, 65% comprises of the youth. Going for this particular elections, majority of the people were crying because of Jumomuni Omoye. And the NDC promised us, they are going to create a lot of jobs in Ghana. And to unemployment rate under John Mahama, 8.2, and the for the core 14.7. If you look at percentage gap, a 6.5 difference. We should not joke with it. As some of them be come say, or mind be unemployment rate was Rubiano. It's a threat to national security. It's a threat to national security because among for nyanya. The body timbia nasi amana 100 Ghana jitoko kumnipa obeji tuna kwa kumnipa mo make sure say kwa ku mo mo media che dia ko enam wo fa me no me ye adwuma yi ye sura wo ma che de ba adwuma enti ba adwuma ye wa adwuma ye kwabra
ma me say make nya chairman
ya me ya eksen
nyame adom me giri so ho ye
yakopanto
okay nyame ase yes ye di enu a the job from and someone would do two edwane edi hu nkomo but yesi nyumo eda yetire onura na nkasa no arabai mo friends ajofo na wo ka bibi grassroots emabunu ba eba mo so wo mo pa adwuma ene ade sra wo dia to CEOs ni mpedifo wo aka enim enti ni aba asem no nchie mo pa ne sai chairman
minia edikan ma me fa ni bi ni obonchia asantemen na nche asantemen yin na no 2472 abebiwa otosumi no ohine nkwaso yen sama excellency John Dramani Mahama the chinkwa awo atia wenya wo akonwa isu na mefa akonye so enda asantiment na asset the party for branch executive, constituency executive, the council of elders in for umtu esibo ma afresh ejuma ye no na for etiye tunu e my buta ese efata enti eno ya de edikan a na meda se afi ayato abano yakopon afi so amaboni bi anya de antuni ona me say enka se bo say yes say asantini na no yami adom ebe se ebetumi aye na edi impunchu ni yedi aba ye region na de to ofie any part do your bank executive constituency executive in Ghana for any santima omuyi any campaign edi na obi pe ejumaye no kwanso ina si ni fe ejuma de president won't be no bia appointment yes so she na ye bi bo man and dollar so ye petrol so akwai ni adia o ka so ye no o start ye ni na ye adia ebe ma o man no akoyi but ni PPS si anu o mani adresse o ma ye juma ye mpejuma enye den fa mo no na me for mucho say is tum ejuma de o ma ye pa eni say intimia say echi no ye ni mo na esa akoye ejuma ntina me pa ye appointees anyame adom excellency John Dramani Mahama o ma ye bi ye regime ntina eye chopa na mele eto meni say omonso oya omuntwa omani na the form for na said the omunya ejuma enye no akonje bi eba na omaye den akayom nti eye adia na enye adibia enwa eye aseda yeda ainfo asenu imamfo asofo eni obidia yeda obidia se ewo juma omuni edie.
Okay, well, not just and now so but you believe that appointees no adhere to because say that you know munamu fee pressure no munamu feel regional executives no munamu feel any idea but share in some of the two and ya would you say appointees no but jidi o kana tuna almost so adano omo niaba na eja ama pressure that we have form
minya yamie no kre apprentice ni bi start omo hwe form phone ba won say akoye afa eba akon omo nyoma entutu ye ntiye enkai ekaze me kaka omo ese afia ekwedi yenim say ebibie kwan ma ya afa enipa eni ade ntina me decide no eka hono yenim say omo so party no da oma akoma so asantima da oma akoma so nti chance dia EPA ese omo kan say last week na omo eye adwuma ema tumi no abano ese etumi de ehwom.
Okay, but the Jawan and I pay yabadasi ewo ebra wanya mame
Midasi yamisa.
Okay, Nanakwasi Augustus Nanakwasi Andrews Ashanti Regional NDC chairman and I would say and I pay menino yedin komo ewo ha na enra for friends and for no nsam no nchire mu ode amayen ewo kasafidie so no nti eno so nsam no Franco now will check
this is a good call from him. There is a good call from him. Me da bia me come say a party na wo aban. Now if you look at the NDC in Ashanti region in the history of the Fourth Republic, it is unprecedented in the history of elections. Say ya to abana NDC nya 33% in Ashanti region being sida. Going for this particular elections, if you look at how the youth bought into the ideas of the NDC and said, say, NDC to me winning this particular elections are, or they have a lot of work on them. I'm telling you. I know Obakaya, Adebako affected the new patriotic party, whereby they neglected the grassroots. A Drew Baby, go and listen on the 14th of June 2021. Kenati for Bekasi must say, His Excellency another Danko Akufo-Addo has banned him not to appoint grassroots. Okay, or say Akufo-Addo say wants to leave a legacy. And the party for the grassroots fund.
Michelle Sukrano Kasai.
Thank you, Medasi.
I interviewed him.
Thank you, Ofa.
Now, said,
yes,
he's not there specifically to appoint MPP for the
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that thing, it affected the new patriotic party. Because our boys now when things are difficult, these are the youth that go and do campaign. So it affected the new patriotic party. I mean, the chairman and I is addressing them and bringing out the matter. Because if you look at elections, of course, the youth played an instrumental role. No, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he has not been an ungrateful president to the Ashanti people. Especially what the positions for them may be more. And now that no can say, see, I'm funny saying as a for J, so scholarship secretariat. I know for you, so no. 1 year Abbas Nurudin, social investment fund or Samija and can I say so Ashanti because what happened? Also, Coco AFN is a gold ball. Now go and look at the kind of portfolios for that Ashanti region for that thing affected another. That thing affected the MPP. Whereby MPP bar power, the kind of portfolios from the Ashanti region for them to make sure so much me grassroots net me they neglected them. So the day of reckoning, the day of voting, on make sure that there be many abre mesre asama chairman can offer is a good call. It's a good call. Any opportunity be no. So more opportunities so more for a man for or more too many here be politicians offer there be a meka samba akode me can was me say or more party different or more can be different. Another no can say I know some big men in the NDC that they also complaining. Some conforming positions are they are even calling them for months and they are not picking. Calling them for months, they are not picking. Now you go for be financially they are sound, they help people. And as uncle from first uncle from
okay. And that's a clarion call coming from the regional chairman of the NDC to the government appointees. Say, Omumra from Nomumebwa. Na unemployment situation there already adebia no edin pa also betu ya join here for voice note bra mo fa me WhatsApp line on to so emame obetu the voice note aba ene anopay na also o de wadwen kire aba yenkomo ayedidie na fa bibia tumi akonkan kama the amount oh yeah now why your voice note no very short emane exceed 1 minute 30 seconds 40 20 at most 50 or 60 now o de aba now what tell me baby awo na fa o de wasem ato aso komo ayedie ne o pese won so oka e wo ho no na tumi akonkan obi asa ne me message Franco but I beg to differ.
I was saying
or say